Today guys, we will be focusing in on the raging war going on in Brooklyn. For this we have to travel down south to Rugby Hills, East Flatbush. This raging war has claimed the lives of at least 20 people. And today I'm gonna cover most of the people who have died. There are many beefs, but today we will be focusing on the beef between Bayway and W.A.S. Bayway Shooting Koneysides originally consisted of bloodhound brims and primetime bloods. As of now, Bayway has a new clique with Mac Ballers in it. The Mac Ballers from that clique made alliance with Versides. Wock Slvts is a movement that was birthed by two folk members from the Newkirk Avenue, Vanderveer houses side blocks named Bricks and Lefty. The movement consists of YO folks and Mac Balla members from Vanderveer houses. Their main area is on Newkirk Avenue, the building next to the Domino's. The beef between Wock Slvts and Bayway would begin during this year 2025, when J3, a member from Wock Slvts, would get into a fight with Bayway members outside of the public school. After this altercation, J3 would start smoking on Bari, a teen from Bayway that was respected around the area. J3 would be seen after the fact firing rounds at Bayway members inside of the Farragut Park in broad daylight.
Right, who just cut the corner like that?
This would step up the beef between Wock Slvts and Bayway. Fast forward a couple of weeks. J3 and another male would be creeping on Avenue J and Rugby Road when they would stumble up on a female outside of the Zara nail salon. Words can be heard on CCTV of the male he was creeping with shouting, "Don't do it, don't do it." But J3's mind would already be decided, as he had mistaken the female for a female that hangs around Bayway members. This shooting would be fatal and the woman would be shot and left to die inside of the nail salon. Police would respond to the scene around 10:50 p.m. After calls came in of reports of a shooting, they would respond to the scene. Finding the female unresponsive on the ground, they would start CPR and FDNY would respond quickly, but unfortunately, the damage was already done. She was shot 3 times and fatally killed. NYPD would later boast about launching an investigation into the shooting, but the killers would never be caught. Bayway would then attempt to retaliate by trooping through the same area that the female was shot at, trying to see if they could find a Wock Slvts member. They would stumble across a group of males. What they didn't know is that they were not Wock Slvts, but instead they were another rival called PFL, aka Paid for Life. They would fire shots and injure 2 of the 5 males in the group. After this, a terrible event would happen. Will Balla would be walking on Rugby Road before a male would approach him, and fire shots striking Will Balla and killing him. Will Balla was a respected member from Wock Slvts, and Bayway would taunt Wock Slvts on Instagram saying they are smoking Will Balla, enraging the beef even more. The next shooting took place outside the high school Rider Academy, where Koneysides member W.A.S and Koneysides was attending a regular day. Koneysides and W.A.S attend school with their ops. The day of the shooting, W.A.S apparently slapped his baby mother, which was attending the school with them. W.A.S already snuck in a firearm in school and plotted to shoot Saya after school. W.A.S and Koneysides was released earlier than Saya and the other folks. W.A.S and Koney would wait outside the school till Saya left the building. Once Saya left with his crew, Koneysides and W.A.S would pop out the corner. W.A.S would fire a total of 15.380 automatic Colt pistol rounds at Saya and his crew before striking Saya 3 times. Saya would attempt to exchange gunfire back, but he was too late. This video shows folks running before the fatal shooting. W.A.S would later boast about the shooting on Instagram. After the fact, photo surfaces of Saya GZ before the shooting. Photo of Bayway members Koneysides and Kavi after the shooting. A couple days later, a Wock Slvts member named Raymond would be walking down Rugby Road before being spotted by Bayway members Koneysides and another unknown male. They would chase the male down to blocks before he would run out of breath and they would catch up. Koneysides would walk up on him with his firearm and aim it at him and start firing. Raymond tried to quick draw his firearm but ended up being killed before he could retaliate. This was a big loss for Wock Slvts. Koney would later post an Instagram picture with him and Covenant. Koney would be holding the weapon used to murder Raymond. A couple weeks later, a member named SUAVES would be walking down a road in broad daylight before 2 males approached him and began firing. It was rumored to be members from the SUAVES Alliance or strictly the Avenue and Flocka fam. Members from Bayway would change their name from Koneysides to Suave World to mourn his death. Okay, that's it for today, guys. If you would like to see more videos on the wars going on in Rugby Hills, make sure to like and subscribe. I will see y'all in the next one.